Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I have got game 2 of a best of 3. It is between EmpireBratOK, who is the yellow Terran player in the lower left, and FXOBabyK, who is of course Baby Knight. He is the blue Protoss in the top right. The map is the GSL version of Daybreak. It's got the supply depot, but aside from that it's pretty much the same as the ladder because it is such a good map. Now, what can we say about game 1? If you haven't watched it, go and check it out. Otherwise, I'm going to spoil it for you in about a second. So, game 1, we saw BratOK do a really good attempt at defending against BabyK's 3-gate Blinkstalker build on Antigua Shipyard. It worked really, really well. It basically just ended up winning BabyK the game right there, and props to him for it. Now, obviously in game 2, no Blinkstalkers are probably going to be likely because of this dead space here. You can't blink across that. So that basically means that nothing really is going to happen for quite a while. It's also a very large rush distance on this map, so we may see some natural expansion get taken at some point. That's always a possibility, but let me use this opportunity to just say, while not much is going on, if you like the videos and the casts I do, please subscribe. I get new top level games up every single day and the support would be amazing. Please give the video a thumbs up or a like, because that is super helpful to me, and also leave a cool comment below or tweet me, something like that, just something about the players, the game, my casting, anything at all. It's just great to get a bit of conversation going, so I'd really appreciate that. Now, taking a look at both these players, are going pretty standard. The first gas on its way out for BabyK right now. Not too early though, because, I mean, as a Protoss player, you need to get gas. Basically, you don't have any option. You really need gas, and you need it quite early as well. The second gas will be quite a tell. It will really reveal BabyK's strategy, whether he's going for a more tech-heavy route, or if he wants to expand / go for a 4-gate. Obviously, BratOK, he hasn't taken any gas yet, so perhaps he may be in a position where he's looking to try and expand quite quickly, or at least get up a second command center at a relatively early point. But the only other option is to get a lot of barracks down and do a big push with Marines, but I don't think that's particularly likely. So I reckon the real option is, well, the gas is... Oh no, he hasn't. For some reason I thought BratOK was blue, and I was like, oh, he has got gas, and I was like, but I'm sure I just checked. Anyway, the second gas now coming down for BabyK, which just screams, I'm teching. It's exactly the same build as he did in game 1, so again, BabyK is probably considering going for some kind of similar tech path because it worked very, very well in game 1. Now, BratOK knows that it probably won't be Blinkstalkers, and he is chucking down that 1-rack command center build, so everyone, please give me a high five for being right. It's a method of prediction, it's not anything else. I'm just a genius, or something like that. But unfortunately, my powers are purely at predicting what people I'm watching are about to do. Playing, it doesn't work. It's really unfortunate, but it means I'm a bit of a scrub compared to these two players, so I can't say too much. Now, if we do take a quick look around, obviously BabyK is just getting that warp gate tech going, hasn't actually started any add-ons yet. There goes the Twilight counter. That's quite interesting in my opinion, because I really didn't think Blinkstalker would be the choice for this map, but again, my powers of like understanding are going a bit. And now this is exceptionally ballsy by BratOK right now, getting a hidden third command center. If that gets scouted, that is pretty much dead. It's got no support, and he's even getting like a second command center as well, and I think his third command center was started before those additional barracks, so he literally went barracks, command center, barracks, which is really crazy brave. And if that Stalker just goes down, it would be such sad times, but it looks like it's not going to. It's just going to go and scout there. That's like forever like tempting. BabyK is getting his own expansion up now. He hasn't signed any upgrades, but he's getting the Dark Shrine, so we're going to see DTs, my prediction for game 1. So that's why. See, it wasn't Blink, it wasn't my prediction going wrong. My prediction in game 1 of DTs was just a bit late. That's simply what it is. I can't like direct my power, but of course the SCV will see it, and in all honesty I expect that will get cancelled now, because you'd have to be pretty crazy to keep going DTs even after it's been scouted, because your opponent is without doubt going to get detection. There's the engineering bay on its way, ready for a missile turret at the front, and that's going to be sad times. But the third orbital command is getting morphed in now, and I mean, that's just going to put BratOK in such a good position, because he's going to be on 3 bases to 2. The probe coming down here now, and actually no, BabyK is going to take his third base, so it will level up. the kind of base count very, very quickly. But I mean, BabyK should play slightly defensively because he doesn't know that's there, and that basically means that he knows his opponent is on 2 bases, and the DT shrine actually allowed to finish. That's really surprising, because if it has been scouted, you'd assume your opponent with any amount of competency would get some form of detection. I mean, there's no way DTs could get in there unless, of course, we saw a warp prism come out. Obviously a warp prism could drop it down, but this one DT gonna die a lot, and that's just sad for BabyK. The DT did actually manage to get away, so there's one very, very lucky Dark Templar. Of course, if we look at the worker count, 32 to 36 in BabyK's favour. But once you factor in the mules, that gets a big, big difference. And the other advantage of this hidden base compared to anything else is that obviously the mules are coming out, and that means that this base will get mined down very, very quickly, and your main and natural can last longer, preventing your need to try and take one of these more risky expansions. But obviously if it is detected, that's going to be a huge loss for BratOK, because BabyK has just finished his own 3rd. So this is all going pretty standard so far. That DT running away as best it can. There was a Zealot there. Scan did go off trying to pick off some things there, I would assume. And just a good bit of walling off coming down here. The supply depot is preventing a good surface area on the barracks, on the bunker rather, being achieved. Now I'm just taking a quick look at the mini-map. We do just have a couple of, well, the one DT, the one Stalker poking around. If this base gets scouted, it's going to be the end of the world. It's going to be so sad. But of course, the big thing that we'll probably see BabyK thinking about is, hang on, he's got an awful lot of units very quickly. Where is that extra income coming from? And of course, when we look at the income, it is about 300 minerals a minute in BratOK's favour, due to the fact that he does have that 3rd base, and the mules also help, because I mean, mules aren't shown up in the harvest account, but obviously 50 to 54 is pretty close, but each mule is roughly about 5 SCVs, so you could consider that a big, big difference. So almost, well, it'd be about 10 SCV advantage to BratOK compared to BabyK. Now, looking around this map, obviously the mules are all being spent down there, so if an observer did come in, maybe they're curious, hang on, why is there no mules? That would be something I'd hope I'd notice. The scan goes off though and the observer gets taken down. We do have the DT still sitting there, but with a bunker and this massive like supply depot wall off around it, that bunker's not going anywhere quickly. The obviously robotics facility is finished. We've got a mortal just popped, and the robotics bay on its way out as well, meaning we will have Colossus on the field. We do have 2 more gateways just being added in here. We've got a couple of zealots, so it's a very, very well-rounded army right now. But I mean, still, the income is the thing that's concerning. Both these players are very, very quickly going up into kind of their maxed out SCV production or worker production. And I mean, while the DTs are picked off, we've got a nice little force here from BratOK that could do a decent amount of damage, but there is quite a few sentries. The force fields would be good. The Marauder's getting taken down very, very quickly. Stim is done. Concussive shell just getting started. The +1 infantry weapons done. The +1 infantry armor on its way. Extended thermal lance also coming down right now. A DT is getting warped in just to really get some scouting off. Obviously, fear of a drop coming down was always going to be present, but now the 3rd base is looking like the target here of BratOK. We've got a lot of zealots warping, just trying to buy some time as best they can. But, I mean, with only 4, they're going to get picked off very, very quickly indeed. Now, this is not a good angle of engagement for BratOK, really, because there's just so many force fields coming out, and that's allowing his army to get munched up into nice bite-sized chunks. The Stalkers are there. And, well, it actually ended up very, very well for BabyK in my opinion. You need to be careful though, because obviously those sentries are exposed, they are forward. But in terms of the units lost, did come out actually still in BratOK's favour overall, so that's not too bad. Blink on its way down. We do have 1 DT coming from behind, just doing hideous amounts of damage. DTs, obviously their purpose. Do have reinforcements streaming across the map though, and a double drop geared up ready for the main, and that will not get detected until it really does come down. Although, how on earth did BabyK assume that? Like, I don't think there's anything he could have seen, like, at all. How? That pylon wouldn't have. I'm confused now. That is very, very confusing. I must have missed something. But here we go. We've got these Marauders pushing forward. They managed to pick up a Colossi. That's great. A drop coming down right on top of the other Colossi. getting a full surround. Good use of those medevacs right now. The second Colossus does fall, and Braddock looking to be in a good spot so far. Does going to clean up all of this army. The medevacs, of course, giving him the momentum he needs, but there are some stalkers remaining. This third base, though, is going to get ransacked very, very quickly. A pylon goes down. Obviously, gases are going down. You're going to see a lot of probes get taken down as well now, probably. Obviously, losing too many probes is a big, big problem. And now it'll be interesting to see whether Braddock chooses to pull back or just tries to defend this in the moment. I mean, I imagine that he'll try and pull back just to be on the safe side, but obviously if he's followed by all these units, he's not going to be able to get away. The medevacs go down, and once the medevacs are lost, it's a big loss as a whole. Another probe gets taken off very, very quickly. That does actually level up the worker count hugely. In terms of the workers lost, 16-1. Great play by Braddock there. Picked off some stuff. The units lost. Definitely still in BabyK's disadvantage there, losing, well, just 1,800 more resources. Quick bit of mental maths, so it's getting late here when I'm casting this, so my brain's slowly turning off, but obviously this is just a good build-up of a force from BabyK. He's got those two Colossi out. The third Colossi will really swing balance power in his favour with no Vikings on the field. Yes, there's a big fireball, and it's going to head straight for that third. I guarantee it. The Observer, though, is getting an exact count on precisely what is down there, and also allows BabyK to reposition his army appropriately, and now his army will go back to the natural. This is all achieved by having good amounts of vision, and you would assume that a player such as Braddock would notice the Observer there, because it does have a little shimmer, and also would realise that BabyK is responding perfectly all the time. Reinforcements streaming across the map, though. We've got a DT warped in, just a single one, not quite sure where it is at the moment. Maybe off in one of these side positions. There we go, so it's actually picking off the third base. That is a great use of that proxy pylon, and the Dark Shrine really continuing to pay for itself as best it can. And now, a slight bit of slow reaction. A scan should go down, but not before a few SCVs do fall. Now, obviously, that scan will pick up on surprise that the SCVs weren't the target. Got a big bit of engagement here. Those Colossi moving forward, obviously, as I said, 3 Colossi make things a lot better. A great forward blink out of BabyK right there. A couple of Vikings on the field at the moment, but the Stalkers are able to focus them. One goes down, a second goes down, and now suddenly another great forward blink out of BabyK. He picks up the third and final Viking. Those Colossi are feeling pretty safe and pretty cushy right now, and it looks like we're going to go around and see the third base get taken out, but of course that's the fourth, and that's what's really preventing BabyK from dominating this game. A lot of Zealots get added into the mix just to basically tank up fire. We've got the Templar Archives on the way out for BabyK, so that means we will see Storm at some point. Another command center. Well, the same command center coming back, rather. We do now have the Colossi. They are engaging. We do have literally nothing blocking their fire, and with no or hardly any Vikings on the field, this is going to be a bit devastating. Blink back just to get out of the way. One Colossi nearly falling right now. That is less than good times, but obviously BabyK now completely dominating this, and an absolutely devastating forward blink allows him to get one of those Vikings, nearly the second as well. All of the Colossi, well, 2 of the Colossi do stay up. The third one is in production, and of course a fourth one in production, third on its way. Look at all those SCVs get taken down, and this is going to be it, guys. BabyK is going to take the series 2-0, and there is, as far as I can see, nothing that Braddock is going to be able to do about it. He's just lost too much stuff. Obviously the worker count very much, over double the amount of workers for BabyK. BabyK just with a very, very good timing on that push. A lot of power, and now of course the Stalkers are in the main base. We're going to see add-ons start falling, probably first, maybe just all of those Vikings. Vikings even landing, trying to get on the action, but here comes the Colossus, and again, not fun times. Got massive warping of Zealots as well now. Obviously we will see Braddock try and hold on for as long as possible because he wants to, but realises it's all over and GG's out. So guys, if you like the game, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave a cool comment below. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe, because why not? I get high level games up every single day, and the support would be cool. But most importantly, I really hope you enjoyed the cast. Any feedback would be great, and hope to catch you again soon. Bye for now.